There were no people around. I'll just be talking to myself. It's okay. So as the title suggests, I've been promising this ever since I did the Gigas run through. I want to look at his tracking, and then I'm going to do Master Raven and upload them both separately to YouTube. The trend here is I'm kind of going through the new characters first, right? Even though Master Raven technically isn't really a new character, but I'm hearing she has some cheap shit, so... And a lot of people seem really interested in her, so... I should... And plus, I've always been really bad about studying Raven. Like, I'm very free to Raven in general, so... It's about time to close that gap. But first, we're going to do Gigas. And how we're going to do this, we're going to go with... We're going to really put his tracking to the test. I'm going to go against Lily. Assuming Lily still has one of the best sidesteps in the game. Right? And now that we know about the dummy option... Yeah, I know, the E3, I've been following it. It's been kind of weak. I'm a little disappointed in some of the stuff. I wasn't expecting too much. But the thing that really is grinding my gears right now is what they did to Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I'm not happy about that. Visually. Because one of the cool things about Xenoblade was visually it looked good. And the character design, while hit or miss, was overall solid. Same thing with Xenoblade Chronicles 2. But now they turned that shit into fucking Star Ocean, and I'm not happy about that. Hello, Asafo. Asafo. It's Gigas first. Oh yeah, thank you. I made this mistake last time. Let's turn that shit off. I'm not used to this. I'm new to this streaming thing. Alright. So here we are with Gigas, right? So the one thing that's gonna help me here is somebody showed me there's a way. Alright, here we go. So link for the frame data here, right? This link, I'll share it in the chat here. What's going on, Zen? So this link right here, somebody gave me this link that you could pick a character and arrange their move list by, you know, stuff like hit level, damage, startup frame, block frame, right? So that's gonna help me a lot here because I wanna something I've been messing up. I feel like in regards to all my characters before. I think it was Claudio, where I was only testing their tracking off of +1, and that was a mistake because the example with Claudio was at +1. I was unable to sidestep left his standing 4, but at 0 I was able to sidestep left. So it's like it's that kind of margin for error because his standing 4 is like 12 frames, is really fast. But still, you kind of want to, you want to be sure of this kind of stuff, because then if I'm just testing it at +1, it's like, oh, this tracks in a direction. No, it just means it barely tracks, like off of a punch, off of a block jab, it'll track. I don't want to make that mistake again, right? So I'm going to see if I can find real quick here a way to put Gigas at 0. +1, obviously we could do it with a jab. I want to see if I can put him at -2 with anything. He doesn't have much in the way of like only minimal amounts of negative frames, unfortunately. He does have a -1 situation. I do not see a 0 on block situation though. I see a -3 situation, so I might be able to work with that. Yeah, -3 on block. That could work. Right? Let's see here. Okay, 0 block with... Oh, no, this is 0 block off of a weird move. This is a little annoying to set up. Alright, so I could work with plus... oh, here we go. We got minus... Oh, he needs to be back turn for that. Never mind. So I got a -3 move here I can use. I got a +1 move I can use. And I got a -1 move I can use. I guess that's a good spread. That's a decent spread. If anything tracks in that whole range, then we could say it has solid tracking. It's best to test tracking in a negative situation. That's how you really know the tracking, because then you're giving your opponent more frames to sidestep. So that's a better test of tracking than being put in a plus situation. Though it is worth knowing which linear moves are you start to track at plus situations also. Unfortunately, he has like +1, and then also the next thing is like +5 on block and +7 on block. That's like ridiculous. There's no reason to test that. You know it's gonna like have a lot better tracking. So that's gonna be the spread here. +1 with a jab. This knee is -3. Oh, sorry, that kick. I thought it was a knee. That's -3 on block. That's down forward +4, right? And then the other one is where's the -1 move? All right. The other one is this. Apparently this is -1, right? Alright. Assuming that this is alright. -1. Down forward 4 is -2. Oh, sorry. Down forward 4 is -3, not -2. Alright. So down forward 3, down forward 4, and jab. Down forward 4. Jab. Alright. Throw my jab. Could use Lily to put him at negative whatever. He doesn't have much until 18. Yeah, I do, but then I have to record the sidestep. You're right about that, though. I don't know Lily's frame data, though. But you're not wrong. So now, let's go start with the jab. Actually, right, you know that way? I'm curious. Yeah, as I thought. Just like Marduk's back 4, right? This slow ass shit tracks to his right. Sidewalk right. Sidewalk left. Oops, I ain't selected. Ooh, I hit back plus it. Alright. Yeah, see? So now let's put sidestep right. Yeah, see, as I thought once again. Sidewalk right. Oh, not quite. Okay. So if that +1 is not gonna work, it's not gonna work here either. Oh, it is. Okay. Are we aligned? Okay. Okay. So this is one of those weird ones. Because you have to sidestep that early. So when I put myself at a frame disadvantage, you see, she's getting around it. The people who sidestep well, they're not going to sidestep late, so... But do keep in mind that if this is hitting you in that direction, I had thought that it would have tracked in that direction, similar to how this is tracking to his right. But it looks like his standing 3 is not really tracking in that direction. But when you put them... Not that you should be using this in a negative situation, because it's 14 frames, it's not the fastest, but still. Yeah. When I put myself off of the knee, she's not getting around it. But off of the down forward horn, yeah. And this might just be a Lily thing. Lily has weird shit like this all day long. You know? Oh no, he doesn't have a regular one. I see. Off of the 2 jab, I'm getting it too. Alright. What's his 2 jab on block? Does it say here? It does not say what his 2 jab on block is. I got another way to look this up. I got a little bot here that can tell me. Look at the frames here. His 2 jab is -5. Yeah, so in a negative situation, she's getting clipped. What about the knee? So the knee is definitely not gonna have any tracking. I've already guessed. Yeah, same situation. Too much negative, so she gets around. But in general, tracking's not great. It's gonna hit here, I'm sure. Yeah. Because kind of what I think is going on is the hitbox sticks out to Marta. To Gigas' left, so because she's sidewalking, I think she's sidewalking into it, like, you see? Look at that glitch, you see that glitch? That might cause some weird shit to happen during a match. In the teleport. Whoop! Interesting, okay. Alright, well anyway, standing 3, not much in the way of tracking there. Alright, let's just do jab into jab. Of course it's not going to work. I had her side left, right? Let's just sex to the left. Alright, so this is interesting. I had a feeling. So this also tracks to his right, which is weird because it doesn't look like it should, right? But apparently it do. It tracks to his right for some weird reason. So both of his standing 3 and his standing 4 track to his right. What about sidewalk left? Yeah. All right. So Gigas' right seems well covered between those 2 moves. They're not super threatening because they only knock down. They knocked out just like oops, she's blocking. They knock down on counter hit just like Marduk's back four used to, in the same way. So they would, in a wall splash situation, these two on counter hit would wall splash. You guys taking notes? Alright. Okay, so no real tracking on. Okay. Yep, that definitely is gonna track. Ah, there we go. It loses it at -3 against Lily. Down forward 4 was -3, right? Still don't remember. -3. Yeah, at -3, Lily's able to step forward 2. This was like a holy grail for Marduk of tracking to his right here, in my opinion. Oh, she got clipped there. I swung it too slow, though. That's probably what happened. Yeah, because at -5, she's getting hit again. We're learning here. This is why, man. You gotta test that. It's weird shit all day long. Alright, is that a dude holding a gun in the background? Is this supposed to be Russia? Look at that dude. He's watching this fight. We're in a concentration camp or some shit in here. Anyway. How can I test this? Testing the tracking on forward 2-1 is not going to be easy. How about step left? It'll probably be like too good for step left. Yeah, see? She would have to sidewalk to get around it even at those negative frames. A step not good enough. And that, in case you don't remember, oops. There you go. Counter hit juggle starter, just like Marduk, right? So I'm gonna assume that the forward 2 forward 1, that second hit, tracks to his left, but this is not something I can test unless I record. Well, it's like really hard to test, but I'll try anyway. So sidewalk right. Yeah, see, she ain't going anywhere. Even can I delay it? Yeah, I could delay it. Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah, if I delay, she gets around. Alright. So the tracking might not be too great on that second hit, but it has a ton of range. And on normal hit, it causes a juggle starter. How's Gigas, bro? I already did a video record. He sucks. But if you really want to use him, he's usable. But you're not gonna... At the highest levels, if you ever fucking get there, right? At the higher levels, not even the highest levels, you're gonna have a lot of trouble winning consistently with him. That's not to say you're not gonna be able to win with him. You could win with any character in Tekken. If you don't care about like that kind of shit, just fucking play him. He seems fun, I guess. You know, he looks stupid to me, but he seems fun. So forward 2 has decent tracking to his right. Okay, this probably doesn't have any tracking if I were to guess. Oh, she's getting hit. That's too many frames. Stand guard. Right, yeah, thought so. Yeah, nothing going on here with this one. Ooh, there it caught her. Because it comes out late enough off of that situation. But it whiffs there. So it was catching her at -3 randomly. One of those things. Or sorry, that's -1. At -1 is clipping her. Weird. I would just label that as bad tracking, honestly, because it whiffed on every other situation. Right. Yeah. Ooh. Once again, at -1, she's getting clipped. I feel like this might be useful information. Let's try the steps. Once again, she's blocking it, but at -1, it's catching her. really, really weird. She gets your rear, she goes right. That's weird shit. So at -1, that move has amazing tracking, I guess. I don't know. Alright. That was forward 3. Oh, I should test this too, actually. Yeah, no, that's not gonna fucking... Alright, don't bother. Forward 4. Okay, we got Das Boosh. He has a nice butt, huh? Does he? I suppose, if you're to that red ass. Huh, this might be alright. Looks like it's good for step towards his... Whoa! Not at -3, though. But at... Oh, he goes as a run, sorry. Yeah, not at -3. -5, he's good. But at -3, imagine if he loses his tracking. It's that one, like... This might be some... Like I said, this might be some Lily stuff. This is why I wanted to test it on Lily. Because I feel like if you're getting these one-frame gaps, it's just the way Lily leans in her sidestep. She leans a little more. Like, you look at that lean she puts into her sidestep, right? It doesn't look like as much as it used to be, but she got that shit going on. Sidewalk, right? Yep. Only for step, I had a feeling. Ooh, yeah, -2, or whatever it is. That's -1 or -2? I think it's -1. -3. -3, no good. -5. No good at -5 either. Yeah, so for walk, I would say it's no good. Once again, we're at the situation where the knee on block, the -1 knee. Oops. -1 on block knee will work. So next we go left. I'm the biggest stoner. Are you kidding me? I'm totally not a stoner. See, I got the shirt. It says no. It's on no. I don't know if you can see it, but I won't take the green herb. If it says it in my shirt, it must be true. Run. Yep, so this tracking sucks for... It only seems good for sidestep towards his left. But it's pretty good. I mean, on block, this move was kind of shit, though. If I'm not mistaken. Let's go back here. Yeah, this is like really unsafe on block. -14, so I wouldn't use it as like a tool for tracking. Anyway. But we do know that, you know, without the charge... I do wonder, does he, Yeah, no, I don't think so. Because people could step that shit all day and launch you. We got a nice little headbutt here. Okay, no real tracking on that. And that -1, it works. Not there, though. Not 4-3 is -1, right? Where's down forward plus 3? Hold on, I might be reading into the full string. I might have this wrong here, guys. I might have read this wrong. Let's go back here for a second. I was reading it wrong. That's why. Down forward 3 is -9. I was reading the whole string. Alright. This whole string is that sucks. That means if I want to set up -1, I have to do this whole fucking string. Yeah, nah, I need something better than that for me. Oh man, Gigas, why you have such a shitty frame spread? Alright, we're gonna stick with just the -3. So we're just gonna stick with the down forward 4 then. Where this is too. But she won't block that second hit. She'll only block airtight stuff like that. It's -3. There you go. Okay. So disregard the stuff off of the where I said in a -1 situation it was tracking. Disregard all that. That was -9. That's why. Because you're swinging so late, it technically counts as sidestepping a move, like at the wrong time, because you want to sidestep the move when it starts swinging. If you're at -9, your next move is going to swing that much slower, so of course it's going to track. It's not tracking. Look at these mistakes, man. He is Gigas after all, right? Alright, so this headbutt, no tracking. Oops, that's the wrong button. Alright, how about to the other side? So you only need to test step first, and then if step doesn't work, then you test walk. Right? Best way to go about it. Oh, it looks good for his, looks good for this side. Looks good for his left. It's a good spread. +1, -5, -3. Yeah, -3. Yeah, that looks good, man. So we got this. We got standing 3 and standing 4 for Gigas' right side. We got forward 1 + 2 for Gigas' left side. It is -10 though. But this is still a good move because this is the move that does this on counter hit. If she were to get hit. Oh, not off of a sidestep. Huh? You guys just saw what I just saw? Huh? That's interesting. So that's what it's supposed to do when you're on axis, right? It does this, and then if he were to actually push you into a wall, he'd get a full wall combo. But off of the sidestep on counter hit. Right? Look. She's blocking. He still retains the counter hit, see? It's not pushing her. Because if she blocks, she's still retaining the counter hit, if you don't believe me. See? I'm gonna guess it's the same as it is on hit, where it's +5 force crouch. It's only 18 damage, though. That's kind of unfortunate. Still, at -10, it's an alright option for his side. So I mean, you'd prefer safe, of course. We'll get there. I'm sure he's got something else. So anyway, that was a step. Let's test sidewalk, right? Yeah. Oops. All right, there we go. At -5, it's sorry, -3. It's not good. Oof. I take that back. That was my execution, I guess. Yeah, so it's good for walk too. Whew. All right. Goliath stance. Goliath stance is gonna be hard to test. Does he have a single hit to go into Goliath? I know he has a 2 hit. That looks really cool. Alright. Okay. Alright. I mean, this isn't really like the best way to test this, but Okay, that shoulder caught her. Alright, now we want to test it on hit. If that second hit catches you, I'm gonna guess you can't go anywhere. Right? Yeah, as I thought. Oh, she's crouching. She's crouching, so I have to go right. Yeah, she ain't going nowhere. If that hits, well, she ain't going nowhere off of the 1. Let's switch sides now. So now we want her going towards sidestep left, the background. Alright, same thing. The one consistently tracks to both sides. The 2 will clip her in this side. So these options off of that connecting are better for Gigas on the 2-piece side. Right? Is that knee plus? On block? No. He doesn't have much in the way of plus on block unless he charges moves. And then he gets huge plus on block. She ain't gonna be able to sidewalk. She wasn't even trying to even start left. Yeah, left. You know, see? She can't even start the animation really. So that's solid. That into Goliath is pretty solid. On hit, of course. Restart. Turn that off. He also has this. This does not force crouch, so we're good to test this. Okay. So that shoulder, just in that situation in general, seems solid for his right side. Have her go right now. Okay. So you gotta pick a side. Sidewalk right. You can also do his standing 3 and standing 4 to cover his tracking out of that. If you see here, well, not there. How do you do it here? How do you go to Goliath? There it is. He could just hit 3 and 4 and he could do those, and that would cover his tracking. I don't know how fast it comes out though. Like, yeah, alright, it comes out alright. Good enough to catch Lily sidestepping. Because we saw before. Oh, she's getting hit now. Range matters, people. See that? See that? Now you see this? Range matters. Alright. Yeah, on block, that still catches her good. So let's go back to on hit. Alright, yeah, okay. Okay. As long as you're not slow. As long as you're not slow, Goliath 2 definitely seems good for his right side. And then Goliath 1 is good for his left. And off of this 2-1 on hit. If it hits. So if you want to run gimmicks, like if you block something that's -10 and instead of doing this, you could consider, depending on how knowledgeable you think your opponent is on the matchup, you could do this into Goliath as your 10-frame Punisher. You'll sacrifice 9 damage, but if your opponent's not very knowledgeable, you could, like, you know, clean their cock. Goliath 1 and 2. Tack on a 30 damage or a launcher. I forget what Goliath 1 and 2 are. Block. I think Goliath 1 is plus, if I'm not mistaken, isn't it? Wait. Knockdown on block? What? Goliath 1 is... Oh no, Goliath 1 is mid? That shit ain't mid. +7 on block? Oh, they both knocked down. That shit ain't mid. What? Wait. This is Golem. There's Golem and Goliath. Oh, it's showing me... Okay, SG is what they call it, right? SG1. There we go. Okay, that's a high. Right? Yeah, that's a high launcher. Okay, see, I was right. The thing I'm typing here was fucking with my head. This stance is known as SG. Right? And I think that's known as Goliath in his movements, right? Am I crazy here? Yeah, Goliath. No, oh no, Goliath is the run. That's Golem. Golem. I was typing that's why I was typing GOL. Apparently GOL is Goliath. If you see a move list like typed out. SG is Golem. This is Golem. Okay. This is fucking confusing, this stupid GOL shit. Sorry about that. So Golem. Golem 1 is high, is +7, up +5 on block, right? So I was talking about this when I looked through Gigas' move list like a week ago, right? Saying that like this is some gimmicky shit, right? But now you know that it also tracks to his if you connect with that 2-1, it tracks to his left side, right? Yeah, see? It's a launcher, it's high, and it's +5 on block. So you could like do that shit into like this, and if they hit it, if they block the shoulder, right? You do this sequence, and if they block that, you throw this right after, and if they were to jab, you would exchange, and then you would get a launcher, like boom, and you do your juggle. Maybe you might even get a better juggle if you exchange off of jab, off of that. That kind of stuff happens sometimes. Like in a situation like this, where this might not connect, maybe if you exchange with a jab, maybe that will connect as a second hit, and you might get more damage. I don't know how much damage that do. That's do as much damage as it looks like, yeah. But you know, you get the idea. You might get something better, is my point. Because they'll knock you out of your recovery. So SG2. And the 2 is only -5 on block. So even if they block the mid, if they do the mid instead and they block it, you're only -5, which is, I mean, you're not going to sidestep, but but you're safe. You know? It's enough frames to power crush. He has a unique power crush. How is it? That shit? It actually makes him take less damage. I don't know if it catches lows, though. Let me see. I didn't test that. I doubt it. But I figure I should test because it's a unique power armor move. Yeah, I didn't think so. Alright. So yeah. Remember that. If you want more damage, you could go for that as your jab punish, right? You go that as a jab punish, or you go 2-1 into Golem, right? He also has this. How you do it? Okay, it's up back. He also has this. I don't know why. It's there. Maybe it's good. I was testing it and it seemed like you could easily get hit out of it, so. Maybe it's a way to fuck with people. Because why not? You guys taking notes? Whoops, wrong chat. My chat. Skullgirl stance. I hear a leg coming. Yeah, clean their cock, man. Gotta clean their cock. I said that on purpose, in case you couldn't tell. Down forward 1. Hazardous hook. That looks like it should track to his left, right? But do it. Do it track to his left. Let's see. It do. Yeah. This is just a straight up like mid. There's nothing to it really. There's nothing special about it either. Like it just, you know, it hit him. I think this is like bad on negative. safe, but like negative. -6 on block, +7 on hit. That's a great frame advantage on hit. Really good. +7. So it makes all your linear moves track basically for the most part, unless they're super slow. So here's the thing I'm realizing about Gigas, right? His movement is so shitty that it doesn't matter if you're -1 or -9. The only thing it's going to take away from you is backdash. Pretty much. So it's -7, sure. This will probably be your best go-to tracker to his left. Safest, let's say. It's really, really good range. Really good range. And even from long range, I'll put myself at -5. Yeah, look, it looks very good. Now, let's see if it actually goes to his right, too. That would be sweet if it did. Oh, that was sidestep. Let's sidewalk right first. Let's test it from the range again. Look at that. -5 at max distance. That's just catching her right in the stomach. Yeah, I didn't think so. What about that plus? Look at that shit clip right through her freaking baby maker. Alright. Nope. Alright. So no tracking at all to his right side. So down forward 1 mixed with standing 4 or standing 3. Those are your pick a side. Standing 4, standing 3 for your right side. Down forward 1 for your left side. And what's the speed of down forward 1? The speed 14 frame. So basically you have a 14 frame mid for one side and a 14 frame mid for the other side. And they both come from the same angle. How weird is that? You know? How reliable is this from a distance? Yeah, from the tip of jab range though, she's good. She's good to sidestep. Maybe. That might have been an axis thing. Nope. From the tip of jab. It looks like actually, it's not even that she's sidestepping. It looks like you're just whiffing it because you're too far back. Yeah, that's what's happening. Is that my air conditioner making that noise? Hold on. Somebody's making something in a blender outside. That's what that is. Alright. So, as long as you're in range for standing 3, you're good. You're good. You're covered. Tested sidewalk right? I think I did. Yeah, I did. Okay. So you're covered, man. Good shit. Next we got Marlix down forward to double hook reactor. Yeah, so this isn't gonna track, I think. -5, no. +1, no. Alright, okay. So we're consistent here. Left. Yeah, maybe to his. Oh, not quite. And the +1 situation, you're covered, looks like. No, you're not. Sorry. Oof, it's a little weird. Yeah, this is one of those weird ones. I would say in general. Maybe in a +1 situation, this is reliable if you're not delaying it at all. But the reward off of this is kind of shit. Like. And then she was off axis there. Like, if you look here, right? She's off axis. So, see? But if she's not off axis when you block the first jab, so this is one of those where it has like a bit of a wide hitbox, but it doesn't necessarily track. So I wouldn't rely on it as like, oh, every time I jab, I'm gonna do this for that side. No, see? Look at that. Just do that shit. Or this. Pick your poison. Also, what's the damage on it? Yeah, 14 damage versus... Yeah, 20 damage. Just use 20 or for slower 23 damage. Just use those two for your trackers. The second hit doesn't really track either, I think. Alright. She has to actually sidestep it. Okay, the second hit does kind of track. But it's unsafe if you come into it. -13 on block, similar to Marks. So yeah, that's a counter hit string. See? Counter hit wall splash string. That's really all it is for it, and for juggles because it causes whatchamacallit. Yeah, see, it causes tailspin. So I already tested the knee. We know it doesn't really. At -9 it does. Forgot to test it off a step, sorry. Step, this might be consistent. Yeah, you got the sidewalk for this. So if you're gonna, if you want to just step, you would have to step that right. It's not gonna work. Alright, good. So the second hit doesn't track at all in this side. It seems to track okay to his right side though, that second hit. So if you're in a situation where you went for the wall and then they sidestep, if you notice they're going towards your right, you're throwing that second hit to check them. You're right. Alright. Down 4, 3, 1 plus 2. Alright, so if I were to guess, you can't delay it. It's really hard to test the tracking on something like this, although in general, you're using this in a situation where, well, first of all, they won't be able, if they block the first hit, they're not going anywhere. This is not something that, like, you're going to want to connect the knee because this is a counter hit string. That's a counter hit juggle starter, right? See? I sidestepped with her to make it track. So if that knee doesn't track, that's all you really got to see. I'm not going to test this. Though that second hit, if you were to whiff the knee, does look like it would track, but that's a hard shit to test unless you record it. Nail gun, that's the mid kick. We already know the mid kick doesn't really +1 it does. Yeah. -3 it does. Okay, this is all right for his right side. For step, I'm gonna guess no for walk. No for walk. Ooh, nothing. And -5 to call her for the step. Probably because she stopped stepping. Oh. At -5, I'm catching her consistently. At -3, I'm catching her consistently. So you got some weird shit going on here. Testing Gigas tracking because it's considered to be one of his weak points. Drinkinator, no, I'm testing Gigas' tracking because I'm doing that for every character. And when I did the Gigas stuff, I didn't know it was considered to be his weak point. Honestly, I disagree if anyone said that because I already found his two sides. He could cover both sides. He could cover one side with a 14 frame move, and he could cover his other side with a 14 frame move. Now, the thing about it is, it's not highly rewarding 14 frame. They're not highly rewarding 14 frame moves. So, in that aspect, sure, but in both situations he gets some frame advantage. Specifically, his left side gives him +7. His right side only gives him a little bit, +2, I think, or 3 or something like that. Yeah, no, I'm doing that with every character. It's just when I did the Gigas recording, we verified Gigas' sidestepping is shitty, so I'm not gonna do Gigas mirror training mode and then record, you know. But I did Gigas mirror training mode to like help me go through his move list because it's the best way to do it at first. But when you know he can't sidestep, why not pick Lily, one of the best sidesteps in the game, and test his tracking against that? You follow? That's how I'm going through this. So, like, this has some okay-ish stuff going on, I guess, but, like, it doesn't seem super reliable. Plus, it loses very badly to Sidewalk left. Sidewalk to his right. Like, they Sidewalk left. So I wouldn't use it as a tracking move, but I would, like, if I were to, like, consider throwing this out, it would be like, hey, it does have some tracking going on. You know, that's nice. It's a nice bonus. I don't think that's a normal hit string, though. Is it the headbutt? Stand guard. Is it? I forget. Yeah. So, I think that headbutt is plus on block. I'm pretty sure it is, actually. If I recall right. Yeah, +1 force crouch that headbutt. But they come out delayed, so if I also recall right, you were able to jab him out of that headbutt. Marduk has something like that if it was down forward 3, 1+2, but his was high. At -3, I think. Gigas is mid, +1, and you're able to interrupt it. If you block that first hit, you can get around that headbutt too. So Gigas is right though. If you go the other way, he's gonna catch you. Boom! Yeah. So just like forward 1+2, even though they're different moves, that'll. Unless she's off axis, like what happened there. As long as you're on axis already, like if I do this, right, and then I go, ugh. All right, that was a little weird. Axis, man. All right. Anyway, she got around it that one time. Down forward +1/+2. Yeah, this is a move that you should only be using for Oki, but I'll test the tracking anyway. You should not be using this on a standing opponent. Oki or a jungle in there. Like, even if this tracks really well, I still wouldn't do it on a standing opponent. That just looks weird. Yeah, no. It tracked the step fairly well, but not the walk. That move's not for that purpose. Alright, the launcher. This is going to be interesting. So, yeah, no tracking on this one, I'm guessing. Let's see. Now, let me see this launcher. Ah, not like Marduk's. It has the animation, but doesn't have the tracking. Caught her at -5, though. And at -3. Right? Probably because she's stopping the sidestep. If she were sidewalking, let's see. Yeah, if she were sidewalking. Sidewalk versus sidestep, people. Tracking on that. Oops. Okay, so neither of those launchers have tracking. What's going on, So Crates? How's it going, brother? Just give me a moment here. Both of those launchers, down 2 and back +1, have 0 tracking. That's quite unfortunate, poor guy. What about down 3? For Marduk, this had a ton of tracking, so let's see how it is for Gigas. No, nothing. No. Alright. Alright. -5? Alright. Looks good for his left. Looks like it tracks the way it should track, right? What about step? Alright, so this loses to Lily's sidewalk left towards Gigas' right. But it catches everything else. Step both sides, walk the other side. Trying to catch up on E3 stuff. Metroid Prime 4, a lot of people are happy about that. A very ugly looking Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I played against this character a bunch this weekend. Seems like he's gonna have a real tough time. Yeah, he's not great. He's not great. Not great at all. So it's down 3. It's pretty good. It's good to have a tracking low, I feel. And it seems like a lot of characters have at least one low that tracks very well. So I'm glad to see the trend continue. Yeah, this shit ain't going fucking nowhere. Are you kidding me? That's his armor move, right? Yeah, that's an armor move. This is not an attack. That's his, like, weird Zangief shit. Alright, this low looks like it should definitely track to both sides. Let's see. So sidestep right, sidestep left. Yeah. It looks like she's stopping, because it's a slow move. Let's press sidewalk. Yeah, okay, thought so. What about sidewalk right? Yeah, okay. So you have to sidewalk this left. You have to sidewalk this to your left. Gigas is right. Assuming your character has a decent sidewalk, right? Also, that low, in case you didn't know, or in case you don't remember, starts juggles. What's it stupid low at? So it's juggle was like. Oh no, not that. Sorry, that low doesn't start juggles. Oh, it was this low, I guess. Yeah, it was that low that starts juggles. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Shin breaker. Oh yes, sloth kick. Ooh, looks good. Looks good for his left. Not quite. Yeah, looks okay for his left. It cuts people because that animation of his left leg swinging like that. What about? It's probably not the other way though, right? Once again, sidewalk left beats another slow low of his. Alright. That low sucks though. Chisel kick. This weird ass looking kick. I worry about this. See, when you see something like this, where every low starts to lose consistently to one direction of movement, it becomes a situation where all I have to do is sidewalk left and stand block. And so long as I time it well, it's gonna really fuck with Gigas, you know? He has to really change up his timing quite a bit. It could cause him fits, that kind of shit. So that worries me. What about generic low? He has generic low. Okay, good. He has the shitty low damage generic low. This is 7 damage. This is 7 damage and negative on hit. So, how negative on hit is it? -2 on hit. I don't remember what the command is, but he does have a decent low. Oh, he has a couple of okay lows. He has down back 2. He has full crouch down forward 2. That. Down 3 is a solid low. And then he has the generic low, which is always nice to have. And as we can see, here's one purpose. You know, it does catch that sidewalk, but yeah, that's not gonna get people to stop. That wouldn't get me to stop sidewalking in that direction. And then any other low whiffing is a huge whiff. Look at that huge animation. Look at this animation, huge. You know, even this has quite the animation. He moves forward. You know, he does have his follow up though. So if they get around it, yeah, that follow-up was going to whip too. I mean, it's not a big deal if you could sidewalk the low and then just stand block. Then you punish him for the mid-launcher. It's not that big a deal. What else you got here? Forklift. Oh, this is that weird shit. I think it's tracks. No? Okay. Side step up. Well, she had to block it, but she definitely got around it. Yeah, there's one of those you have to walk. Yeah, you have to walk it. It tracks okay step. Yeah, she's stopping it. Yeah, see, it definitely tracks step. Well enough. -5 situation. Because it's so slow. You know what? Maybe it's not quite that it tracks. It's that it's slow. No, it tracks. Yeah, it tracks alright. You would have to sidestep that pretty late. If you could sidestep it. Right? So you gotta be careful with those slow moves like that. So you gotta walk it to get around it. It's the golem again. We know about the golem. We checked this already. It's the down forward, Marduk down forward 1. Back 2. Nice delay on that. Ooh. Without the charge, track's kind of alright. Okay, not quite. It looks like a shit, right? But she gets around that shit like nothing. Yeah, no. I didn't think they would give him any real tracking on moves that go into that run. Goliath. Because if they did, then like he'll charge it and then he'll turn with you and shit, and it would be pretty dumb, especially at the wall. What is this again? Ah, this is the other side. This is the Marduk back 3. Okay. Yeah, this isn't gonna have any tracking. Maybe step. I don't even think he has amazing mix-up, Socrates. I think he has okay. He could, like, manage. But it seems like a lot of, like, gimmicky shit. It's just the thing is his gimmicky shit does a ton of fucking damage. And, like, he could go full risk. And he could score some huge damage, but, like, consistent wins are gonna be hard unless you're really fucking good or you're fighting against a shitty person like me, right? Send me a new question. Is Sidewalk just better at evading things than sidestep, or do you have to choose which one to do based on the move you're dodging? Choose which one you do based on the move you're dodging. This is why it's important to like try to, like, sure, it's good to move around, but you don't want to be like me where you're moving for no reason. Move with the intent of, I'm sidestepping because I think this guy's going to do this move. And then sidestep it to block. Because then, if it's a move that loses to just a sidestep, you can sidestep it to block and be safe if they throw out something else, like a homing move. If you guessed wrong. Step guard, just like SoCalibur, right? And then, you do Sidewalk because I know that this is going to lose very badly to Sidewalk, and I might even get the rear, or whatever, and you hit it with whatever. Like sidewalking in general tends to be better unless it's a slow move. If it's a slow move, then there's a chance that even if it's linear, it'll catch your sidewalk because timing is important to get around a lot of moves in this game. Not all, but a lot of moves. That's why in my testing here, I'm trying to have a spread of frame advantage. Like, at first I fucked up when I started the stream. I thought this was -3 or 2 or some shit. It's actually -9, right? So, to give you an example, she's sidewalking after I put myself at -9, any move is going to track, for the most part. See? That doesn't track. That move doesn't track. +1, nothing. -5, nothing. -3, nothing. -9, boom! Because I'm putting myself at such disadvantage that I'm making my move come out slower and is catching her. The true way to do it would be to sidestep with her and then launch. Or dash and then launch. That's the true way to make linear moves track. Or like to make linear moves catch movement. Of course, though, if I were to commit to that launcher and she would sidestep into block, I would get punished. You know, which I think the AI will do if I just put step. I think the AI will automatically guard. See? And then I would get punished. The AI is automatically, because of this combination of stand guard and sidestep, the AI will actually step guard at the end of the sidestep. Yeah, something like that, so crazy. General rule of thumb. Not a hard line rule, but a general rule of thumb. So the stomp, right? This was a weird move. Oh no, I didn't test. Why I did this didn't really track. Oh, I caught her there. I walk left. I caught the step, but not the walk. This is one of those you want to walk around, because then you'll get his back easily by the time he recovers. If you really want to like punish that shit badly, but you don't have to. A step is probably gonna be fine as long as you time it right, and then you'll still get a launch. You'll get an off-axis launch, and that might fuck with your combo, but you'll get something. No problem. What's Shaheen's best low? I missed your training with him. Shaheen's primary low poke would be down 4. It's +1, but it pushes back, so you're not don't follow it up with jabs. They're gonna be out of your jab range. Shaheen actually has kind of jab range, I'm noticing, because I've been playing him a lot, and I've been getting my ass kicked even by like mediocre players. I'm having trouble winning. Like I'm winning relatively consistently with them, but still. Because one of the things I'm noticing is I have a lot of trouble doing the slide, right? So if you want his, he has 3 good lows. The full crouch slide, which is the same as Laws and Lee's. But he goes into his stance automatically. So you're going to want to learn to cancel that stance and go for the while standing 3. I think that while standing 3 when you stance cancel is guaranteed after the slide in most instances. But it's actually really hard to do. So then the other low poke he has, down 4 by the way, has really good tracking too. The other Shaheen low poke is down 3. If you go into the stance on down 3, you're actually plus. So you could, yeah, you're plus enough, so if you go to the stance, you do the 1 out of the stance, they cannot interrupt it. But the 1 is a high. Then you have the mid out of the stance that they can interrupt and is actually unsafe on block. They can only interrupt with jabs, though. So if they start ducking the high, you do the mid. It's like a backhand. That's an alright option. But the thing is, you can also do down 3, go into the stance, and then cancel the stance and stand block. What that does is, it makes the down 3 low only -11. From my testing. Maybe -12, but definitely not -13. I was unable to punish it with 13 frames. So at least -11, maybe 12. Which is better than what it is without the stance cancel, where it's like -15, 16, some shit like that. So those are the 3 lows you'll be using in Shaheen. Down +4, down +3 with the stance and the stance cancel, and a slide. Alright, Shaheen goes into stance out of the down 3 the same way he goes into any other situation. You do the move and you hold down forward. Down and towards. And then he does the little pose, the little stealth step, it's called. And then you cancel it with down back. Like a down back block. So the thing is, you have to hit down forward, then let the stick go neutral, or you might not even need to let the stick go neutral, but you do have to kind of time the down back input. I noticed that you can't really like just hold it down back. I have to do more testing to see if there's an easy mode way to do it, but it seems very hard. Like, that's the one thing that makes Shaheen hard to execute with, in my opinion. Everything else about Shaheen is fucking easy. The slide is hard, I'm sure, as an input, but everything else about Shaheen is just like up, forward, forward, and shit like that. Even just going into the stance is easy. It's the stance cancel stuff, and I think that's important for Shaheen towards the end game. You could do fine without it, but you'd be holding yourself back quite a bit. In the end game, if you're playing Shaheen, you're gonna want to learn that stance cancel, and you're gonna want to master it, and that's a very awkward thing because it's a timing thing also. It's not just input it and that's it. It's like you're trying to cancel it with no frames wasted. What's going on, Beta? Yeah, Shaheen is definitely not a Lee clone, but he does have some Lee moves. Gigas' Rage Drive, I'll explain in a second. Stance canceling is usually where characters have a high skill cap, just like Lee. Yeah, Shaheen's stance cancel input-wise is, the input is simple, it's just down back. It's just the timing. You gotta really get used to the visually seeing his timing. It's like, it's actually later than you would think. Gigas' Rage Drive. Vince, let me turn on Rage. I actually did not talk about this in the video, so I'm sorry about that, but I'll talk about it here. Right? Okay, you gotta hold it. So first of all, it has some startup. So you see how that stuns her? Basically, what that does is that's a way to to force her into the same mix-up that doing something like this. Sorry. What is it? Forward 4? It gives you the same options. Oops, sorry. A blockable mid. It's blockable. It's not unblockable. Or an unblockable high. And the mid is plus unblocked. Or he could also do, if he wants to, that for some reason. But that's like weird. So the same thing's going on here, right? She gets stunned. She's forced into the mix-up. She can't sidestep, you see? Which means she's not going to jab either. That's what that does. How do you make that not happen to you? Well, I know about one way. I ain't tested, but I know about one way. It's a low. Ooh, it's a low unblockable. Sorry. So if I were to, how do I do this? How can I do this? Well, I mean, do I really need to show this? What I'm trying to say is, if you're in the air, it's not gonna work. That's what I'm trying to say here. But I want to just show it, just to show it. Record. I thought it was a low blockable, but that's my mistake. This, maybe? So, no, wait, maybe if I do it like this, right? See? Is that counter hit? No, okay. That's probably counter hitting him. So that's how that works. It's a low unblockable. So if you're fighting against Gigas and you're worried about that, get in the air. Either that or guess the mix-up. Guess the mix-up. It's not the most rewarding thing. The high unblockable is only 25 damage. Like, people do way crazier stuff with their rage art. Sorry, the high unblockable is 40 damage. Sorry, the mid is only 25 damage. Right? So, if I were in a situation where I'm fighting Gigas, right? Here's my advice. If you're in a situation where Gigas has his rage drive, and you have, let's say, half-life or more, I would guess the unblockable. I would duck. Because that mid is only 25 fucking damage. That's versus 40 damage. And then if he happens to do the unblockable, you could actually punish the unblockable, while if you guess mid and you stand blocked, you avoided 25 damage, but he still has plus frames. Eat the fucking mid, is what I'm saying. It's not as good as it seems. It's a cool mechanic, I think, like visually, but as like a thing you get once around, it's kind of whatever. But that's also definitely something that's too strong to give more than once around. You know, if you put that kind of shit behind the meter, it's like, all right, I got meter, I guess you better start guessing. You know, no, that's stupid. As a rage drive, it's like weak for a rage drive, but it would be strong otherwise, too strong. That's my take on it. Like, I kind of wish they gave him better damage in that situation. Like, maybe give the mid, like, 35 damage, and then the unblockable high 50 damage. Or 40, 45 damage. Maybe 50 is too much. Well, anyway, that's how that works. Nope, no problem, Slurple. Glad I could help, man. Alright, no nanny rage drive. Yeah. Because a lot of other characters, their rage drives do all sorts of crazy shit, extends their juggles, gives them like crazy shit in neutral, gives them better wall combos, pushes you into the wall for chip damage, you know? There's a lot more utility going on with the other rage drives. Gigas is kind of whatever. It's just some, like, you know, it's an interesting mechanical in the mechanical sense. It's interesting. But let me turn off his rage. But otherwise, whatever, man. There is one thing I want to test, actually. I had her. Do I have her to Sidewalk? I can put her in the Sidewalk. You see that? You see how shitty this is? You see that shit? We're swinging that fucking air. At least that turned with him. So look at what this means. If I do this, right, you're off axis, and the mid whiffs, if you're coming towards this direction, you know that the only thing that's gonna hit you is the high. So you duck and you punish him for doing both options in this situation. What about she's going the other way? Now the mid tracks, does the high track? Okay. Okay. So at the very least, you're covered for that side. Is his throw good? His throw is very good. His throw does a lot of damage. That, I think you could tech. What is it? To reduce, like giant swing. The AI might not be doing it, but I think you could tech this. How can I do this? I mean, if you can't tech it, then that's the highest damage command grab in the game. That shit still scares the fuck out of me. Thanks a lot, Asafo, for scaring the shit out of me. I appreciate it greatly. My dog Gizmo thanks you too. I'm not gonna feed him. Fuck Gizmo. He was scratching at my door and my sister's door all night. I couldn't sleep. No food for you, Gizmo. I appreciate it. And no message too. So yeah, I feel like I should test if you could tech that. But 60 damage is incredibly high. This used to do like half-life if he ran you into the wall. And they nerfed that shit real quick. I kind of wish they let him keep that, in all honesty. It's too much, though. It's too much. Oh, sorry. He has rage on. I don't know if it affects throws in this game. Let me double check this. Sorry about that. I keep forgetting. This might actually be like 50. Yeah, it's 55. All right, so that's still a ton of damage. That's still, outside of an untech giant swing, this is probably the highest damage in the game if they cannot tech that second hit. Right? Sorry, it's so loud because my computer speakers are not attached to my earphones, so it probably looped back. Sorry about that. I should lower my computer speakers. That's what I should be doing. I'm new to this whole streaming thing. You know what I'm saying? R.I.P. headphones. I'm so sorry. How do I control that volume? I don't know. I don't know how to control that volume. Maybe it's this? Well, whatever. Alright, I'm gonna lower this, right? Get ready, I'm gonna do a test. Let me know. I don't want to blow. I don't want to blow up headphones. I'm sorry. How do I do a test? I'm just gonna do one over here. Whoop! It locked me out. So here we go. If I can find it. Where's the test? Where's the test? Where the fuck is the test, man? Here it is. Here it is. All right. Well, I lowered the desktop audio, so hopefully I don't want to like waste a bunch of time just trying to test this stupid shit. But thanks for letting me know, people. I'm sorry about that. So back to the action here, right? So yeah, that's a good throw. His other throws look stupid as hell. Like that's one of the stupidest looking throws in the game, outside of Miguel's wife beater throws. And that's a cool throw. His other throw looks really stupid. Alright, so we're gonna go back to the lows. That's where we were. Rusty Nail. That's a good extra pants song. Alright. So let's see the stomp. Interesting. Alright. Yeah, you haven't seen Miguel's throws, man? He's like grabbing you by the hair, tossing you around, like slapping you around and shit. It looks so fucking weird and creepy. Alright. Looks like it's solid for sidestep to his right. Sidestepping to Lily's left. Not walk, though. Alright, cool. Because I like that stomp. If I recall right, that was one of the moves I liked that Gigas has. So next we got the headbutt, right? Yeah, way too slow. Ugh, this was an Armor King move, I think. -9. Yeah, no, this ain't doing anything for Sidewalk. Sidestep. Nothing. Nothing. Alright, I didn't do anything on counter hit either. I think it's just like plus a lot on block though, but it doesn't track. So, Gigas, back +1, +2. This is +1 on block. No tracking. I would use this after a wall combo if you tech with them, maybe. But he might have something better. I don't know. Maybe you could go right into a committing. That's not enough. +1 on block isn't enough for me to waste that after a tech at the wall. I don't know. So, that's kind of whatever. I would use it more as like an evasive move, I guess, from this, maybe this distance. And then boom, and then if you happen to block, you're still good, you know? Alright, jumping up was that weird looking move, right? Yeah. This is one of those I was thinking using it for a spike situation. That's about it, though. Like in the neutral, I wouldn't use this. In the neutral. Man. Nothing. Nothing, 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 nothing. Staple knee. This probably isn't going to track very well. So the thing about this move... Alright. Never mind. I think I know what I was getting at. Because Marduk's kind of like weirdly tracked better if he did it from range. But that's because they would have to change up the timing of their sidestep. Similar to when Aris, if you recall, he was having trouble sidestepping Kazumi's while running 2 when he added some space. Because he had to change up the timing. So it's a timing thing. So if you're using it from this range and you throw it out, if people are like committed to a sidestep too early, it's going to clip them. It's going to catch them. Which is why if I were to put myself like at negative, right? Yeah, not so much though. Maybe not so much for this move. that was the case for Marduk on forward 3. Yeah, this shit got no tracking. Kind of unfortunate because this is kind of a maybe not a key move, but yeah, no, that's definitely a key move for him. Are you kidding me? This is one of those things that you see Gigas players use a lot. That's definitely a key move for him. It's got no tracking. This is not one of those moves, Chiba, but I was assuming, or maybe hoping that it was, for his sake, because that was the case for Marduk's, but Gigas, it just looks like it just loses out. He's committed to the jump right away, you know? Marduk took like a little hop step, and then he would swing the knee. So that's why that was the case for Marduk. This is not that kind of move that I want to test the tracking on this fucking body splash. Yeah, hell no, are you kidding me? It looks really funny though. Look at him, whee! What a stupid move. All right, we go from Marduk's cool ass jumping shoulder block to fucking the belly flop over here. Crushing stomp. Yeah, this doesn't track. I don't even need to test that further. Forward 2. This looks like it might be good for his other side. But let's test sidestep on him, right? Alright, call it sidestep. Yeah, you gotta walk. You gotta walk if you want to go right against that. Yeah, this track's really good to his right side, it looks like. As I say that. Alright. So maybe you could inconsistently get around it. But if you're gonna... So the thing about these forward moves is they're gonna come out from like this range. You know what I'm saying? So if you're just throwing it out in the neutral, you're gonna want to like move. You're gonna want to move the other way. What about his wild running? Yeah, his wild running doesn't. His wild running moves is definitely his wild running too, which is that shoulder I'm doing sometimes. Ugh. That's his while running heavy plus frame move. I did it a few times. I'm having trouble doing it in there it is. It seems to have decent tracking. That's one of those moves that you want to sidestep late. That's the kind of move I'm talking about. Why couldn't we just have Marduk in this game? I know. I've been there. I cried about it already. Believe me, I ran out of tears. But you know, gonna have to live with it for now if you want to play some Tekken. Hopefully as DLC that's not paid. I remember hearing somebody said in an interview, Howard said if he brings back old characters, he will not charge for them. I'm hoping that's true. Howard historically has been pretty good about avoiding the DLC bullshit. You know, but now they're gonna do DLC, you know, so we'll see. Anyway. Forward 2 seems like a good move. Gigas forward +2. How is it on block again? It is -13 on block, so it seemed like a good move until I saw that. It does push back a bit. So if you were to manage to get this to be shallow block, yeah, you might, if you could get some space there, yeah, this might be good. You could still work with that. You get some push back there. And if you back that to a swing, then you swing. Because he's got that kind of range. Nah, fuck that. I don't want to give them money for Marduk. I don't want to start. I mean, I will, because I'm a whore for that kind of thing, I guess. But I wouldn't like it. I would be quite unhappy if they would have charged money for him. You know? Alright, he's got this 4-4-3 knee. This looks like it would be safe. Alright, so you gotta walk that left. What about right? Yeah, this looks like it's good for the right side. Alright, that's forward 3. There it is. 4-4-3 looks good. Oh! Counter hit juggle starter. This might be a key move. Oops. Gigas. Forward +3. This is also -13 though. But if I were going to do an advancing move at -13, this is also pushed back. No, this doesn't push back at all. So you're going to get punished for this regardless. But, like, you know. These are two really good, well, this is one really good and one okay-ish advancing move. This is pretty good. -13 does kind of suck, but this is still, like, good for Gigas at least. You know, so definitely add 4-4-3 to your arsenal. Like, you know, if you're Gigas. Don't be random with it, though. It's unsafe. 4-4-3. Oh, this is that move. This is infamous. This is one of those will he or won't he finish it moves. Can't do a 4-4 move out of fucking... Yeah, Bloodhawk mentioned this in a Discord yesterday. It's hard to, like, buffer forward moves. It's a little awkward. Because you gotta find the timing. You know, even with the button buffer, you kind of have to find the timing. Otherwise, you'll get like a forward instead of forward, and that usually sucks. This looks good for his left side, though. See, in his case, you don't want to get forward 4. Yeah, they lose this to this side, though. What about the +1? This is one of those you wouldn't be doing out of a jab. This is one of those you just be doing from here. So we see that it's losing to her coming towards the screen, to her left, to your right. So if you want to use that, consider always adding a slight sidestep right and then doing it. Because when you do that, you know, well, in this case, it's a little hard to test, but... you know, there you go. If you do a little sidestep right and then do it, it'll catch people, like, thinking that that's coming. And the 4-4-4 by itself is safe. So, and he has that follow-up. Just, what is it, 1 + 2? Or 1? Where's the follow-up? There it is, 1 + 2. As a launcher. That's not a combo. What about a counter hit? Yeah, let me double check. This is another key move for Gigas for sure. Is that a high? That shoulder's a high, isn't it? What's that? It's hitting down there. Yeah, that's a high, that shoulder. I think this is safe. What the hell? Oh, it's 4-4-4-2. Okay, it's just 4-4-4-4-4-2. Yeah, so this The high, that's a launcher, is safe at -4. And the kick is +3 on regular hit. And it's -8 on block. This is a very important move for Gigas. This is why you see it spammed so often when you see like videos from like Korea and shit, Asia. This is going to be one of your most important moves as Gigas. And then we saw that they had trouble sidestepping it towards the background, towards Lily's right. Right. Sidewalk, right? Yeah. So she gets around it with Sidewalk, but stepping, no good. Okay. Yeah, okay. If I delayed it a little bit with a deeper dash. This is another cool thing about forward moves. You could dash pretty. Ooh, it tracked. It tracked my charge there. That's interesting. It did it there though. That's interesting. You see that? Because I did forward, neutral, forward +4 to get forward. It turned with her. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Same thing. Where if I just double tap forward, I did back 2. Oh, charge it, sorry. See? He swings there, but when I do forward, and charge it, he gets it. That's interesting, because I didn't notice this, but you visually see him turn with her. See? You visually see him turn, and then he swung the kick. But you don't see him do it here. He commits to it. That's weird. That's really interesting. There's something about that mechanically that I don't think I've ever noticed. Like, forward doesn't just realign because it makes the move come out slower. Forward really makes the move realign, like the character turns. That's interesting shit. Forward isn't dashing. So, anyway. So there's 2 ways to do this. You can do instant forward, right? Or you can do forward and then hold 4. Sorry, forward and then hold the second forward for a bit and then hit 4. But there's like a pretty lenient buffer window, but I'm getting forward there. Ba ba ba. Oop, ba ba ba. 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 There it is. Ba ba ba. As long as you hold the second forward. If you do forward 3 times and then hit 4, you're gonna get the forward. Forward, see? If you double tap forward and hold the second forward for a bit, you could delay that. And when you do it like that, it adds tracking. See? Because you're dashing deeper before you do it. So this is important for forward moves in general. I feel like Arish should make a tutorial about this to let all the people know. I should too. But I don't have as many viewers as Arish, obviously. But if you have a forward move, test how long you can buffer. I know Arish did a video on buffering, or that No Pants pulled out a video of Arish talking about buffering. Forget that. In a neutral situation, including off of block stun if you get some stun recovery. If you have a good move that's inputted as forward plus a button, you could usually delay it like I'm doing. But that's too much delay. That's just enough delay. So you're going to want to test how much delay you can get out of it before the move comes out. Then, if you know that helps you realize, oh shit, I can add some tracking to my move and make it even better than it was before. This is important for Jin players, especially Jin and Double Jin. Demon Paul, forward 2. Very good, very good, very good. It makes the move come out slower though. It's kind of a similar concept to these lunging throws. See, if I hold forward, I grab her. If I don't hold forward, I don't grab her. Right? If I don't hold forward, she gets around it. If I hold forward, she doesn't get around it. Same thing about the other grab. See? If I don't hold forward, she doesn't grab it. But then look at the animation. This is a 2 grab without holding forward. This is a 2 grab while holding forward. See how he moves forward? It's a different... Some characters have like a relatively like... He's doing the same thing with his arms. Other characters, they'll reach out their arms more, so it actually visually looks a lot more different. He's just kind of moving forward with the grab. It does make the grabs come out slower. What is an Ares? I don't know what an Ares is. I'm on PS4 right now. I do have it for PC though. But I'm sharing my Steam account with my friend, and he's playing Dark Souls on my account, so I've been playing on PS4 a lot. So it's a similar concept to that. You slow down the move, right? But you add tracking. Right? I could do the same thing in the other direction. Right? She was getting around it. Watch. Wow. Not quite. Not quite. Alright. Alright. So it doesn't work so much here, but on a step it'll probably work, right? So if I do without any delay, right? See? It works on a step. But the move is just naturally weak to sidewalk left, I guess. So even if you were to add that delay. So it's like I said, if you're going to use this move just in a neutral situation, sidestep right first before doing it. See? I got her the first time. Depending on your timing. I got her the first time. I can't find that timing again though. Alright, well, in general, you should definitely go. There you go. It's so weak to that side that you have to like sidestep really deep. You can't cancel it too early. See? There it goes. Alright. You get the idea, right? So forward 2. Very key move for Gigas. Very, very, very key move. Can you sidestep second hit if the first hit hits you? You probably can. No. Was that counter hit? No, it wasn't. It feels like you cannot. Yeah, no, you cannot sidestep that second hit at all. And that is a counter hit launcher, too. I'm gonna guess that this tracks. That's a juggle starter, too. Yeah, so that tracks really well, but I think this is really unsafe. Gigas 4 plus 1 plus 2. Yeah, negative 16 on block, so be careful with that move. Yeah, it doesn't push back at all. See? So you're gonna get launched if you get that blocked. But not if you do that second hit. What is that second hit? That second hit is a high. But the high, oh, sorry. It gets forward plus 1 plus 2. 1 plus 2. Okay, the high is negative 9 on block, though. So, yeah, he's got... I mentioned this in a YouTube comment when somebody asked recently on my Gigas video. Like, how do you generally play Gigas? And I'm noticing, when I talk about, like, gimmicky shit that could win, you know, you could win with it, but, like, it's not gonna, you're not gonna win consistently, it's high-risk offense like this. It's like this will he, won't he finish the string shit, you know? Will he finish it? This first hit is negative. Are you gonna punish it? You punish it? Oh, you get hit by the second hit, kind of shit, you know? What does the second do by itself? The second hit... second doesn't do shit by itself other than a knockback. They could tech that so he won't get a free hit. So he has a lot of that kind of shit going on. Like the gimmickier versions of Yoshimitsu, that kind of shit. A whole lot of will he, won't he? Will he? Will he? Will he? Well, he didn't do it that time. Oh, he did it that time. You know. Yeah, will he? Will he? Oh, he did it that time. Will he? Will he? Will he? Oh, he did it that time. It's a lot of stupid shit like that. Okay, will he? Or won't he? It's -9. Do I want to swing? Do I want to swing? I swung. I got launched. Oh, he did it that time. You know. Same thing here. Will he? Will he? Oh, he did it that time. You know. That kind of stuff is whatever. Now we got a while running too. I already looked at this earlier. Now, here's what I wonder. Is there a way to force him into crouch and not get too much frame advantage? Recover crouch. Back four. What's back four? No, back four forces the opponent. That's a crouch. Down back 2 doesn't recover crouching, does it? No, it doesn't. I have to do it. I have to work with a crouch jab, I guess. Whatever. If it tracks off of a block crouch jab, then we know it's good. Okay, that's good. Okay, that's pretty good too. This is pretty good. He has an 11 frame while standing move that seems to have really solid tracking. That's good. Most characters don't have that. As a matter of fact, I'm not so sure if any other character has that off of 11 frame while standing move. And it's only -6, which, you know, doesn't matter. He won't be sidestepping. Only +3 on hit, though. I feel like the other ones give better frame advantage on hit. Okay, because while standing 2 tracks. Could sidestep block that though, it's kind of slow. He has a string out of that, doesn't he? There it is. There it is. If I'm not mistaken, this was a good move. Oops. Yeah. So yeah, while standing 2, which is a good move in general, because he has this as a natural combo, right? Yeah, that's a natural combo and a wall splat, so that first hit tracks really well. Alright, nothing special there. That doesn't natural combo, but then you can charge it, just, you know the deal. And then, so this is not going to track. Maybe the other side. Yeah, this tracked that side. This tracked really well to that side for Marduk. Let's see if it's the same for him. Nope, only step. Looks like. Yeah, only step. But if you delay it, like I said, if I do it right away, it's a situation where I'm at negative. And if I hold down forward for a bit, if I hold down forward for a bit and then do it, hold down forward to take a step towards her. You have to hold down forward to realign from crouching. Keep that in mind, because if I don't, I'm just looking, and he turns later. But if I'm holding down forward, I'm looking at her the whole time. That's why that's important. So if I'm looking at her and then I let it rock, you'll get some tracking on that. And it only takes, you only need to do it for a little bit too. Yeah, see? You don't need to add too many frames to do that kind of shit. This is important to know. Remember, it's like Virtual Fighter with their sidestepping, where slow moves are good for beating out sidestep. Like delaying your inputs. That's a Virtual Fighter thing, right? Tekken has that going on too. Has always had it going on. This is actually something I've never done myself. I should really work this into my offense. I'm very like pattern heavy, like hit this button and hit this button right after, you know? There's more going on in Tekken than that, and like to be good players, you need to be using this kind of shit. I feel like there's been a lot of instances where really good players hit me out of trying to move, even though I'm like, oh, this is not supposed to, especially in while standing situations. In situations where like that's not supposed to track to that side, why, you know, it's not supposed to track to that side. Why is it hitting me? They're doing this and I don't notice it because visually you don't really notice it. You could barely see that shit. You could barely see that shit. You don't know. So just realize, it's not always that. Sorry, I gotta blow my nose. Realize it's not always that you're timing your, you know, it's not always that you're messing up your sidestep. It's that they're doing that and you don't realize it. That's a possibility too. And the thing about that is bad players will do that shit by accident because they're not inputting frame perfect. So you gotta keep that in mind. And then we got while standing 4. This looks solid. Alright, this looks solid for his right. But just like I said. See? This is something I need to practice myself. Getting this down with minimal frames wasted is pretty solid. And then how do they get around it? They cancel their sidestep and then they sidestep again. Or they just block. You know, they don't have to like, they don't have to get around it, right? But even from a distance is good. Alright, let me look at my chat again. Sorry, I haven't been looking. I haven't seen so many people playing Gigas yet. He looks so badass. I don't know. He's he has a cool moveset. That's about as much as I can say for Gigas. Wait, I gotta go full crouch. Yeah, that's a real slow move. This might be too slow to do the trick I just talked about. Yeah, see, this is too slow. This is just straight up gonna lose. I'm gonna guess it tracks the other side then. Yeah, see, it looks like it should, right? Oh boy. Not step though. Yeah, not step. You got a sidewalk to get around that low. And that low is a normal hit juggle start. It's also super unsafe. So you don't even gotta worry about it like that. Whatever the fuck his juggle is, I don't remember. So we went through that already. You got sidestep 1, that's built into a sidestep, so it's gonna track alright. And then I already tested this when I looked through his move list. You could get around the, even Gigas was able to get around the low. This is the face down lows where he swings low or he swings mid. Those two can get around, and then we got his throw. So that's pretty much it. That's Gigas' tracking right there. So he's pretty linear in a lot of high damage stuff. But remember what I told you about the trick. The forward, forward, forward. Delay it, you know? Same thing about anything else. You can sidestep with them. You can tap forward. And add some tracking. You don't even have to dash, by the way. You could just tap forward. As long as they're not like stair-stepping and shit like crazy, you're probably good with a slight tap forward. If it's a relatively fast move. If it's a slow move you're trying to track with, then you gotta like commit more to a dash or a sidestep, or you can just sidestep with. Yeah, this is a pretty slow move. This is a faster move, right? But it's not working out too well here. But if you sidestep, it's gonna work fine. Dash, just a little. Dash enough, you'll get it. This is a thing for every character, but it seems like it's gonna be important for Gigas too. Luckily, he's also got good range, so if they were to backdash, you probably clip him also, unless they block. Alright, so that's pretty much Gigas' stuff in a nutshell. This is one thing I want to test. And then I'm going to switch it up to Master Raven after eating a little snack. I wanted to see if I could tech his throw, right? So, I guess I'll just be a Lily. Whatever. Exactly, Jinkanator. Jinkanator, man, I just seen the Xenoblade 2 screens. Why does it look mad shitty compared to X? And fuck exactly, dude. I hate what they did to that shit. I'm still looking forward to it, but man, that's a real fucking downer, man. I can't believe they did that to the art style. That's some PS2 era shit, man, where they couldn't make good-looking models in JRPGs. Ooh, her backdash is really slick. It feels like she's on ice. I never played Lily, like, at least not in this game. It looks like she's on ice. She's not like, look at her feet. She's not moving much at all. Anyway. I'm so pissed about Xenoblade 2, and it's such a letdown. And it's like, the visuals were such a big part of those games too, exploring. I'm hoping the backgrounds at least look nice again, because man, that's still, even to this day, the regular-ass Wii version, still one of the best looking games of all time, artistically. Alright, I can treat tech. Doesn't look like she could tech. Yeah, she's not teching. Alright, so I think this does like a third of your health at the wall. Yeah, see? That does about 40% if their back is to the wall. So that's a very scary grab. Like, that's more than grabs that wall splat than most of them. That's more damage than you'll get in a lot of those situations. I don't know how the Oki is for him, though. Oh, it looks good. I was able to interrupt that, but... yeah, he was able to grab me again out of a while standing 4, so that Oki's actually okay. It might not be able to set up yeah, I wasn't able. That's actually really good. I'm teching, and I was unable to sidestep it. Yeah, no, that's damn. I didn't think they would give that good Oki. He probably won't get a wall combo out of it though, but he'll actually have decent Oki off of that. If you're a bit further from the wall just to get something guaranteed, I doubt it. I gotta turn it off. Alright, let's see. Right here, maybe? I have to, what is it? Oh, I have to play in record mode. He's got nothing here. Yeah, it looks like he moves forward quite a bit. It's hard to test this. Maybe here? Nope, not from there. sick. Maybe here? Maybe there? I'm gonna doubt. I'm gonna doubt it though. Like, he recovers way too slow because like this is a 14 frame move, and by the time he's swinging it, she's already in a state where she's slumped, so she could tech. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna say no. What's the Oki after that usually? I don't know. I haven't looked. I mean, alright, sure. Just for y'all test it. I'll have to switch and play as Gigas again. Basically, General Oki, which is what I'm guessing it is I don't know if I doubt he has any unique setups. If he does, somebody better than me will find it. Smarter than me. But, and I'm pretty smart, so I'm not playing. I'm gonna beat him on Lily because I don't like Lily. He probably has the standard. Which is to say, when they tech, they're going to be unable to sidestep you. So what I'm saying by standard is, what I mean by standard is, you get true 50-50s. You get a quick mid versus a quick low. You know what I'm saying? And the wall angle might be a little weird, so you might get something with that. The thing is, it doesn't look like you have enough frames to sidestep and set up something. This is a situation where it would be useful to record on recovery, which they don't have in this game. It would be so cool. It would be so much easier to test your wall shit. Because then otherwise you have to record it on yourself over and over again. It's such a time-consuming process just to test one setting, or one setup, right? Alright, so we're going to reset at the wall. We're going to turn off pushes the switch, right? And we're going to turn on tech. Here. We got back quick roll. Let's turn on. Let's tech to Gigas. To her. Gigas is right. See? She's trying to sidestep when she gets up. Ah. Was that too early or was that linear? So if I were to do, let's say, a launcher. Too early. Unless she has a super, she won't be interrupting that. If you know somebody's mashing a lot when they get up at the wall, try something that on count is safe on block, but on counter hit gives you a wall splat, like a standing 4, right? Because then what's happening is. And you get, well, you won't get a wall combo there, sorry. So this is also important to know. At that angle, what would give you a good wall splat? That's unsafe. That's not gonna wall splat. Here's something worth testing. You saw that, right? If they don't swing when they get up, that might be a setup. Right? So let's see. If they were to block right when they get up into that, stand right here. And then you get a mid that's plus on block and leaves you in this spaced out situation, or I didn't do the run. Ah, hold forward, you idiot. That's gonna give you a wall combo. Not only will that give you a wall combo, the angle will probably let you carry and get a full combo off of the wall because of the angle. Right, to show that off. Ugh, you gotta time the back two right when you recover. That's gonna be the awkward part. If I were to guess, he doesn't recover fast enough. He doesn't recover. Does he get a full wall combo? Okay, he at least gets a wall combo, but he won't be able to sidestep and knock you off the wall for a full combo. But he'll at least get a wall combo of some sort. Right. What up? What up, Strangler? Gigas is so tired of trying to time throws with Lars that let me hit him with the unblockable when they stand. But it's low level strats. This seems okay. So first, if you fight against someone, right? Step one is gonna see. Well, step one is gonna be catching them with the throw in the first place. That's like, you know, especially in this game, it's not a very easy thing to do against good players. But when you catch them with the throw, it's gonna be important to see how they get up. What do? Do they try to move? We just verified it. They try to move away from that. It won't work. What about the other direction? So she's side rolling. Let's make her go right to sidewalk, right? Oh, it didn't work. So if they don't get up into mash, this is pretty legit. Here's a cool thing: you could actually let it go earlier, and you'll actually get some frame advantage. You don't have to fully charge it. The thing is, if you don't fully charge it and you go to the run, you're not gonna get the guaranteed attempt at a follow-up. So you could just treat it as frame advantage if you just charge it for a bit and then let it go. Another thing, if they mash when they get up, oops. You could do a launch, of course, a mid of your choice. You could do the forward 4-4 if you time it right. Not bad. No, not quite. That won't work in that situation. What's his homing move? Does he even have a homing move? I don't remember seeing a. I think it's the sidestep one, right? That's not homing. Yeah. Oh, this is homing. Also, his 4-4-1+2 is homing. I was testing the tracking. I didn't even notice it was homing. Okay, well, that's super unsafe. That's his only homing move. Weird. He has that, but it's high. That's a wall splat, though. So what's sidestep 2 on block? -12. Yikes. Is that 2? Was that 2? Yeah, that's -12. That's no good. You want to try to generally do something that's safe, that gives you a reward of like a wall splat or heavy block frames, maybe. There's all sorts of weird shit that can happen at the wall. For example, Dragunov's up forward 3. It's safe on block, but it's minus, right? And it usually leaves them up close. But at the wall, if I were up here and I just pressed up 3 instead of up forward 3, on block, it would push Dragunov too far away for her to like swing at him for the most part. So it could set up like while standing 1+2 and shit like that. And if it were to hit, it wall splats. So you might get some sort of weird shit like that, like where maybe this, it leaves them up close, but like, I haven't seen not so much there. She doesn't really have much in the way of this kind of shit leaves them spaced out, you know. But too bad it doesn't do anything. Like he can't input it as up 1. That's a forward one. Up 1, it doesn't come out, unfortunately. But there might be some weird shit where pushback could make a move safer. It might be this. Yeah, it might be that. +1, it's only +1, but I looked it up earlier and it is force crouch, and it looks like it's tracking now, so if I were to make it go the other way. The cool thing is you don't have to delay it at all, but that means that you have to commit to it, so if they stay down, it's going to be a whiff. Sidewalk, what's the... Cyclic glorious. Yeah, that's got you covered on both sides. It'll probably beat out MASH too, if I were to guess. Huh. I don't know how I can test this. What if I do this? He grabs me, wah-boo, right? And then I'm mashing. Right? Nope. That's what I like to see. So yeah, that sets up that. There you go. From a defensive perspective, no problem, bro. So back 1+2 is your juice. Just want to let you know that there's an echo. There's an echo? Oh shit. Was there echo this whole time? Nobody told me anything? Why is it playing? Why is it playing out of my speaker? What the fuck? I don't know what's playing it out of my speaker here. Well, thanks for the heads up, but fuck, I just did this full video without knowing there was an echo. I don't know where it's coming from. Oh, I didn't plug it all the way. Fuck! God damn it. Sorry about that. Shit. Nobody said anything until now. Fuck. That's the second video in a row where I fucked up. Damn it. Alright, sorry about that, guys. I'm a scrub streamer. I'm still new to this shit. Alright, well, thank you very much for the heads up, Doppelson. Alright. So yeah, we found some cool shit with Gigas here. I hope Gigas mates are happy. I feel I kind of want to, as much as I hate what this character represents, Marduk not being around and stealing all of Marduk's animations, not all of them, but some of them. I feel like Gigas players need the help. If you really want to play this character, you're gonna need like shit like this to win with him. And you'll win with him. You'll beat a lot of real bad players just using this all day long. Right? And that grab is fucking really good. I'm gonna take a break now, grab a bite, maybe like 10 or so minutes, and then I'm gonna start up on Master Raven. Waiting for the long haul today, people. So, I'm gonna put this down.